He's in a box. How quickly is he getting out of his box?
He's out of the box and in a dungeon when we find him. You know, Marcel still has him captive, but you know, and he's not going anywhere. At least for the first episode or two, he's a prisoner of Marcel.
So I guess the romance is off now between Klaus and Marcel. Then.
I don't know. I think maybe the chains and the bondage sort of have increased the potential for romance, if anything.
Did you propose any of this to Julie or to?
Yes, it's all my idea. Yeah, it's just wait and see. We're taking a different angle with season 4, so stay tuned.
Well, obviously, if he's in prison, is he going to contemplate the sins of his past?
I think so. I mean, you know, I think in giving himself up as he did so bloody heroically for his family, he maybe atoned for some of the sins of his past, and hopefully there's a chance for redemption.
What went through your mind when you read the finale script? Did you know what was coming?
Yes, I mean, not exactly what was coming, but I knew that there was going to be a lose for the Mikaelsons. You know, I knew that we weren't going to emerge from, you know, season 2 we defeated Dahlia and we kind of came out of it on top, and I knew that season 3 ultimately was going to end with the fall of the Mikaelsons, and then there would be this kind of time jump. But I was really excited. You know, I love grandstanding, so the whole kind of trial sequence to me, reading those speeches and Claire coming back and everything was pretty exciting.
How will Klaus react to missing 5 years of Hope's life? How do you think he's going to handle it?
Probably angry, I would say. You know, I mean, the one thing he can hold in his heart, I guess, is that he kept her safe by doing that, you know. Which I think, I guess, a lot of fathers, you know, do things for the good of their children, but at the expense of their relationship with their children, perhaps. So I think that this is maybe just that on a grander scale. The interesting thing for me will be how Hope reacts to him when they finally meet again. You know, I'm really excited to shoot those scenes. I can't wait.
What's kind of going on with all the siblings? I mean, again, they were kind of fragmented when we last saw them. Will there going to be a chance to pull them back together?
I hope so. I mean, I like to believe there's always a chance for the Mikaelsons. You know, they have this philosophy of family above all, and so you know, I think there's always going to be a chance, but you know, there's always drama there as well. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if we can get them all in one room. Yeah.
There's always fireworks when that happens.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Will there be perhaps new characters in the season that Klaus will be interacting with?
The Klaus will be.
That new characters.
Yes. That Klaus will
Interacting
with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, every season there's new characters that come in. You know, a friend of mine, Neil Jackson, just got cast as a character called Alistair, who's a vampire on the show. I haven't worked with him since 2002. We did a film together in Morocco in the desert, so it'll be interesting to kind of work with him again. And you know, it's lovely to see people coming in and out. The show tends to maintain a fairly high standard of actors coming in and out, so it's fun to kind of play football about with these guys. So yeah, of course, Klaus gets to interact with a lot of these guys coming in.
What's his mindset when we meet him again? What's he thinking? What does he want to do?
You know, it's interesting because in the first episode especially, I would say he's fairly withdrawn. You know, I think, I mean, my goal is, we haven't shot it yet, but I'm going back to start shooting on Monday. My goal is for him to have his walls up and for us to sort of not quite know what's going on with him. You know, I think Marcel holds all the cards, and he's kind of you know, he's lording over Klaus, and I feel like Klaus is keeping his cards close to his chest, and he's waiting for an opportunity. You know, he's like a snake or a coiled spring. You know, I feel. So I'm hoping to maintain that in the first few episodes at least.
What can you kind of tease as far as romances and Klaus coming up this season?
I don't know. I can't tease anything. I mean, I've read the first 2 scripts, and Klaus is a prisoner. So, you know, but honestly, further than that, I don't know. That would be a question for our producers and the writers.
Well, maybe you can speak just a little bit about the loss of Cami last season. That was after Klaus, and it seems so fresh and new in his life.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We took a long time to get there with Klaus and Cami, and then it felt like just as we were arriving at something, it was snatched away, which I think was a beautiful touch of drama. You know, for me personally, I'm not sure that Klaus deserves happiness and love yet, so I feel like that's perhaps a good thing. Also, I feel like in order for us to maintain a level of drama, there needs to be tragedy in the show, and so naturally the characters that we feel the most for and that our characters feel the most for should be killed off and taken away. We also want to maintain the level of threat, and you know, just like you know, just like Vicky Donovan being killed in the beginning of Vampire Diaries, it's important to snatch people away when you least expect it, I think, and that informs the other characters' emotions and how they see the world. And there's a lot of anger in Klaus because of what happened to Cami, and he's reminded of that early on in the season.
How dangerous is Klaus? We've always considered him to be very dangerous, but if he's allowed himself to be given up this way, it seems like he's maybe toned it down a bit.
You're going to find out in episode 1 how dangerous he is.
So very.
I'm going to leave it there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.